Hi, folks. My name is Cecchetti. I am the Director of Product Strategy for Beyond Identity. And today we're going to talk about a new standard in identity and access management called IPSIE. And IPSIE stands for Interoperability Profiling for Secure Identity in the Enterprise. And by enterprise, we just mean that it's not for consumers, it is for companies to talk to each other. So before we get into what exactly IPSIE does, IPSIE standardizes standards, which is kind of a cool thing to do. But let's talk about why standards exist in the first place. So the canonical identity standard is OAuth. And the reason why we built OAuth was that what year is it now? 2025, about 15, 20 years ago. Is that when the first OAuth thing came out? The first OAuth standard, we had applications that were replaying passwords. And so let's say that you wanted to build for your users an application that said, hey, I want to analyze how you spend your money and tell you how you can save money. And so to do that, I need your online banking password, and I need your credit card password, and I need the password to your retirement accounts. And I'm going to save all of those in clear text. And then I'm going to replay them at those websites once a day and go poll all of them so that I can tell you all of your account balances and everything you're spending and do analysis on that. Great user story, really useful idea, but terrible from a security point of view, right? We never want to be replaying passwords. We never want to be storing them in clear text. We came together and invented OAuth. And the purpose of OAuth was to act like a hotel key does, right? The hotel doesn't give you permanent access to every hotel room that exists. What it does is it gives you temporary access to just the hotel room you need to be in, just for the night that you need it, right? And so OAuth does the same thing. It gives you an access token. That token is time limited. It's on behalf of one user, and it has scopes in it that tell you exactly what that token allows you to do. So it might be read only, for example, if you only need to read the transactions and the balances in that bank account balance. So OAuth was a huge step forward, not just in security, but also in developer experience. So if I am a developer and I want to build this application for online banking, I have to collect and store and replay all those passwords. Whereas if I use OAuth, OAuth is built in such a way that it is complex for the company that is providing that access token, but it is incredibly simple for the application that's consuming that access token. So all I do is add a few lines to my code that say, hey, I need a read-only token. I ping the API, I get a read-only token. I go to the online banking website, I replay that token, and I say, hey, I have permission to go get this thing, and I get that thing. And so it's actually easier for developers than doing it the bad way. So that's why we build standards. They are business enablers. They allow us to make more money and save more time so that developers can go out and touch grass or make your banking application better and spend less time doing the identity glue that puts everything together. But the problem is that there are a lot of ways to do OAuth. And on top of OAuth, we've layered additional standards. So there's a standard called OpenID Connect that lets us do authentication on top of the authorization that OAuth provides. There's a standard called SCIM that helps us understand what users are in the directory at any given point in time and how they change when they join, move, or leave. And there's SAML, which helps us understand what kinds of assertions, security assertions, it's called the security assertion markup language, what kinds of security assertions we have about different users and how that helps them get into systems. All these standards have different ways of doing things. So while we, as the people who wrote standards, we strive to make these things less complex for developers, there's still a lot of flexibility in how they can get done. And so what that means is that if I want to interface with a bank, I have to call up the identity administrator at that bank and say, hey, what form of OAuth do you use? And how can we interface with that? How do you do your SCIM? What do you call this column? And that's a lot of developer time as well. It's less than it was before, but it's still some. And we want even less, right? And so IPSIE is intended to what's called profile these standards. And so a profile is a strict subset of what exists in the standard today. So it takes the standard, which is a way of doing things that is very prescribed, and it prescribes it in an even narrower frame so that there are even fewer ways to mess it up so that you don't have to get on the phone and ask someone, hey, how do you do it so that I can interoperate with you? The whole point of interoperability is that there's one way to do it and you plug and play just like a USB-C, right? So you can take any cord and any device and plug them together. You should be able to take any application and any bank and plug them together as well. And as long as you have consent from the user and they both support the profiled standard, you can make it work. And so that's why we've developed this interoperable standards group within the OpenID Foundation. We would love for you to join if you are an identity and access management expert and you have opinions on how IPSIE should be written and how it should be implemented. Please come join us. We are in the process of implementing it today. And we have a blog post that we'd love to share with you. It's in the notes in the description for this video. And we're really excited about this work. We're really excited about investing in this work. And we're really excited to work with other companies who want to help developers get more time to do what they do best and do what they love and spend less time making identity glue. Thanks. We'll see you for the next video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll keep sharing more information as new standards come out.